In today's video, we are going to be digging into solving a problem on the fuel pump relay. Now, this is for the 2017 to 2022 Super Duty, the big F-Series trucks, 250s, 350s. This one specifically out of an F450, but this is going to be your gas engine model, the V10 specifically. So this has a bit of a story to it, and this is why we're here today. This came from a local shop, and a couple months back, a customer brought their, I think it was a cube truck, F450 with the box work truck. Customer brought it into the shop. Fuel pump wasn't turning on. They diagnosed it to the fuel pump relay module. There's a bunch of other relays in here too. They diagnosed it to this. They purchased a new OEM unit, put it in, the fuel pump worked, everything was back to normal, customer was happy, shop was happy, truck's back on the road, right? Well, 2 months later, it's back with the same problem. The fuel pump is not turning on again, and they troubleshoot it back to the relay inside of this module. So the owner of the shop contacted me and kind of ran me through what they think is going on and what they found. So he had brought me the original module and then the new module that failed just 2 months after. So the first thing I did is, well, I removed the relay that controls the fuel pump. I should say I assumed this would be the failure point. Typically, it's the contacts are usually the weakest link in something like this. So I took out the relay, opened it up. I was expecting to find some burnt up, melted contacts. No, they look great. And then, of course, after the fact, I checked it with an ohm meter, and the contacts are fine. I'm not getting any unusually high resistance to the contacts. So I don't think the actual relay was ever the problem. So I started to dig a little deeper, and the fuel pump fuse is marked here with this white stripe. It's supposed to be a 30 amp. This one here, the top of it got broken off, but the fuse itself is still okay. But this is the location of the fuel pump fuse. And this is, if you follow the traces, you'll see it leads to the R01 location. That is the relay that I have already pulled, right here, that I've already pulled out. But looking further, if you look into, let me get a little light into this socket here. See if we can get, let me zoom you right on in there. So we're looking at pin 25. That's the output of the fuel pump relay. It's going to be this corner pin. Okay, sorry about the focus. All right, if you look down in there, if the phone will cooperate, you'll see it's melted. So what we have is probably a failed or loose, or let me zoom you back out here, bear with me. The connector itself has failed in some way. It's probably gotten a little loose. The pin might not be as tight as it should be, and it's not making a tight enough connection to carry the current for the fuel pump. So it's the connection is failing, and it's getting hot, and we can see that because both of these connectors are melted in the same spot. So what can we do to fix this problem? I've given the shop owner a few options. And the right way to fix it would be to replace the connector and then have the shop source and replace the 25 pin connector on the truck end, which would mean they would have to either pigtail in 25 wires or de-pin the original connector, replace, because the connector itself is going to be melted too, so they'll have to replace the connector, replace pin 25 pin that's damaged, and then repin the new connector. Well, nobody wants to open that can of bees, so I said, how about I'll run a pigtail from pin 25. So let's see here, this is pin 25. So I'd solder right here. I'll just solder a wire coming out of here, right? Pigtail wire. And they can just butt end splice just wire 25. So they'll just have to cut wire 25, run it into the new wire that I'm sticking out of this box. And speaking of that, this is like a modular fuse panel. It slides into the main fuse box, so I have to be kind of careful on where I stick this wire out at. I can't have it coming out here because it drops into the fuse box. So I'm thinking, actually no, yeah, so plugs are here. So I'm probably gonna have it sticking out like in one of these corners here maybe, so that way it can clear, has to clear the plug and then clear all the sides of the fuse panel box so it can slot back in. Anyways, so as I was saying, I run all those ideas past the shop owner, and he likes the idea of just having one wire to butt end splice connect into. They can use whatever method they want. They can use a butt end connector, they can solder it, I don't care, that's up to them. But what I'm going to do is just have a wire come out, pin 25. We're going to bypass the failed pin, and the other 24 connectors are fine. I don't see any reason to worry about those, and we should solve the problem. And I'm hoping if somebody else out there is having the same issue with their fuel pump on their big Super Duty gas engine truck, maybe this will solve their problem too. So I'm going to go ahead and run that wire. We'll see how it looks. Here we are after I have soldered to the board. So this is a 12 gauge wire. I went a little bit on the heavy side because there's some current going through here. And pin 25 is right here, right? So there's the melted pin. It goes right to this pin here. So this whole pad is the pad coming out of the fuel pump relay. So this whole copper pad right here is the pin, the output that we want. So I scraped away a little bit of the solder mask to really get a good solid hold with my thick wire right there. So there we're bypassing pin 25 or right to the circuit board, right to the relay. And then I'm going to fold this wire over, let it lay over the top here. I went this way instead of this way because if this wire runs this way and gets pushed down into the pins, it could cause a short. Where up here it's just a flat ground pad without any pokey pins coming up, right? So it's going to lay right up here and then come out of the corner of the plastic. I drilled a hole right here for that wire to come out of. And here's the finished product. The shop should have no problem getting this back in the fuse panel. I made sure to leave room. There's room for the connector. There's room for it to slide into the fuse box. And I even labeled it for the mechanic because the person I talked to probably isn't going to be I talked to the shop owner. He might not be the guy installing this. So I put a tag on here to let him know. Pin 25. Maybe I'll even take a white marker and just mark this corner just to confirm so they know that that's the wire they're going for. And I think this will solve their problem. I think this will make the truck owner happy to get his truck back on the road. It'll make the shop happy because they won't have to buy another $900 module. And yeah, I think that's it. Hopefully this helps somebody. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.